Hey guys, Alec with Hennessey Performance, and today we have an incredibly special treat for you. We're out here in Houston at RAFA Motors with Rafa himself, who is not only an enthusiast, but a longtime customer and dealer for Hennessey. And today we're taking you behind the scenes of everything that he has going on out here, and we're also going to show you some of his personal collection.
Thanks for having me here. We're in the showroom of the RAFA Motors dealership here in Houston. We are a dealer for the Hennessey brand, so we carry some of the Hennessey F5s, some of the trucks, some of the upgrades and things that you guys do from a performance standpoint. Here we're largely a boutique facility, so we don't really carry a big inventory. We really focus around the concierge services, being able to source cars for people, be able to help them find a home for theirs, and we really focus on the racing part of the business as well, part of the industry. So helping people find race cars, take care of them, store them, maintain them, transport them. So that's one of the things that make us a bit unique to most dealerships out there, is that we're really focused on the performance aspect of the vehicles themselves. So not just selling and buying and storing and maintaining them for maintenance purposes, but for actually getting them prepped up to go on track, putting them through intense conditions, getting the cars ready to go there, getting the cars set up and taking care of the track, and then bringing them back home and making sure that they're good to go for the next time out. So we can walk through the facility and show you guys what we got here. So here we got the obviously the showroom with a couple of the beautiful cars. The Venom Roadster here, the F5. I love this car, but it is one of the pieces that we have available for sale. We have the Venom F5 Revolution here. I built this one with inspiration to the Petronas AMG car, and this one's not for sale. So this one, don't even think about it. That was my baby right here. It's a bad one. Here we have a storage facility. This particular storage facility, we designed it with a museum type of mindset. So I wanted to make sure that when people walked in here, they felt like they were in a car museum, in a very cool showroom type of space. And it was designed for also to be able to serve as a event center. So one of the things that we have done here, including Hennessey themselves, we have hosted several events, whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's a dinner, whether it's a company event, that sort of thing. For the grand opening, when we did this about 6 months ago, at this point about 5 months ago, we actually had lounges, sitting, bar, be able to serve food, be able to serve drinks, and give people the opportunity to hang out in a really cool place with the cool lighting, with all these awesome cars. So we can store about 92 cars on lifts here, and overall roughly about 100 cars with the entire space that we currently have. And so we have a lot of people that have their track toys here, people that are storing it just to store it. And obviously we have some of the members of the Rafa Racing Club that maintain their cars with us, and some of my toys as well. So we have a few of my car collection, sitting around and really helping people maintain their cars and getting ready to go to the track. So again, this is a super long space that really lends itself to organizing quite a bit of a pretty cool event. But we have several cars lined up out here, both road cars, performance cars, and race cars. And one of the things that we focus on is the performance part, but if someone just wants to do an oil change or help us, or wants us to help them with their Range Rover or their truck, those are things that we can do as well. But I think our facilities are more suited, the techs that we have, the equipment, everything that we do is more suited for individuals that have more high performing cars, that want us to help them with the logistics, with the setup for the track purpose use of the cars, and giving them the opportunity to really put the cars on track and enjoy them in a very safe manner, and make sure that the cars are always capable of doing the things that they're built to do, which is be driven fast and hard. So, but one of the cool things that we have in this side is a full 360 photo booth. So we have the ability to create very cool images digitally using an AI software. We can put any background in the images as well. So very versatile space for a showroom, for an event, and obviously for the purposes of marketing. All the way through here, we have a full service center with some of the best techs in town. And we keep the shop here pretty busy. We have quite a bit of customers that want us to service their cars. So we have all the in-ground lifts, we have all the equipment, and all the softwares, computer softwares that it takes to work on some of these high performance cars. And most importantly, we have the people. We have an all-star staff of techs that can work on any major brand as a McLaren, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, you name it. We pretty much have the talent, the capabilities, and the experience. At this point, really the resume for what we provide as a service. So, all right. So now we're going to go just across the way here, so you can guys take a look at the Rafa Racing Club clubhouse. The Houston location is the first of its kind, and we have Austin under construction. So we're going to be developing the concept and giving people the opportunity to enjoy it globally. The concept that we have here is something that we intend to replicate across the world. So and already plans moving forward to go to the UK, to go to the Middle East, Southeast Asia, across Europe, across the US, down to Latin America. So we have the goal to connect the world of motorsports with these clubhouses and sort of give it a Soho House type of network feel. So here we have the entry of the clubhouse. Generally we'll have someone at the front desk, they're checking you in. We're not gonna have many members, so they'll get to know you very personally. And we provide concierge services and anything that you guys might need from a membership standpoint. We have a conference room there that you can do your own Zoom calls, your own video calls, and rent out the space to do business. Through here, we have the start of what is sort of the member lounge. And the design of it was, we kept in mind that people may want to have parties, entertain, and just keep it super open. So we have a couple of golf simulators in here to further entertain the members, but here the lounge is intended to be just an open space, a place that we can use for multi-purposes, both for training drivers, for entertaining clients and members alike, and then obviously to do the watch parties where you can really network and hear and see and get to enjoy the space. So we have 8 professional simulators, full motion, motion simulators. We have a 200-inch screen TV, and we've been organizing networking events. We've been doing watch parties on the weekends for anytime there's a race on. We've been developing drivers, and we're really getting a lot of traction in getting the members in to start using the space. We've had several members signed up, and I think they're still figuring out how they're going to use the space, the purpose for it. But there's quite a bit of, I would say, versatility for the use of the space. Obviously, as a social space is incredible, but also the value that it has for entertaining clients, for doing team buildings, corporate events, that sort of thing is one of the things that we also add as a feature to the membership and the space. We also have a training facility up the road that's the Performance Center, and that is a world-class performance driver development training facility focused around motorsports and has all the world-class equipment that you would expect at any sort of top level gym. And we've created pretty good, awesome programming for drivers that want to develop to the highest level, or just individuals that want to stay fit and want longevity and people that want to look at anti-aging programs, staying fit, getting better fit, and actually being, in a motorsports training protocol, if you will. So that's part of the concept as well, is to be able to train people into better drivers and just better, healthy human beings, all while enjoying the space in the motorsports focused facility. So, and maybe we can go back to the garage and check out some of the cars. And so here I'm standing next to my 2022 McLaren 765 LT. To me, the 765 LT is one of the all-time greatest cars from a performance, looks, sound, comfort, and outright just from a price point. I think is one of the best bangs for your buck that you can get. This one in particular is special to me because I worked with MSO at McLaren to create a one of a kind masterpiece. It truly is a piece of art. It's one of one. They actually named the car on the plate as Black Mamba because I dedicated this to Kobe Bryant, one of my idols growing up. So as a kid, growing up as an adult, in the way that I approach life, business, I was always with that Mamba mentality. Don't take days off. Always work yourself to become a better person every day, or more talented or more experienced, or whatever your craft is. And so in the way that Kobe carried himself on the court and off the court, the way that I like to think that I carry myself, and something I like to emulate from a drive standpoint and commitment standpoint and just work ethic. So, and one of the things that makes this car very unique is that we were able to get painted and see-through paint where it looks like it floats on top of the carbon, some snake prints. And so the car has snake prints all around the car. It has some really unique touches and very tasteful lines. In the interior, we painted like the paddle shifters with the snake print. The rear of the car is painted the underbelly of the wing. One of the cool things that we did get to do with the car was to get Zach Brown, Lando Norris, and Daniel Ricciardo to autograph the under hood of the car. And so under the hood, we also have that underbelly type of paint for the car. And when you open the doors, there's a little bit of an art piece on the side panel there, where you see Black Mamba spelled out with a snake form, and then you see a snake print on the passenger side. So there was quite a bit of art and nice touches. I went with the 24 karat heat shield in the back, so it really makes the engine bay pop. You know, it's a V8 twin turbo. I believe it's roughly 765 horsepower, so maybe that's what 765 comes from. But to me, again, it's one of the most beautiful, amazing cars that have been built at this price point. All right, so one of the other pieces in my collection is the 2012 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, 6.3 liter, huge engine that AMG put in this machine. I absolutely love this car. Growing up, you know, as I started maturing as an adult and wanted to look at what car I could afford, I always would go paycheck to paycheck. You know, when I was making $50K, I'd get the car that I knew I could afford. As I got a promotion and got to like $60K, I did the next car. And so as I was growing up, the SLS was always like that dream car that I wanted back in, you know, the early mid 2000s. And it was something that I never really got to the point where I could truly afford. And by the time I could afford the car and I was able to buy whatever car, I decided to buy a Bentley and a McLaren, and I ended up not buying the car that I always like looked up to for many years and thought of like a dream car. So I'm happy to find a really good buy here in Houston a couple of years ago and finally added to the collection. So I've always wanted this car. It's one of my absolute favorite looking cars with the gold wings, the long nose. Driving the car, you know, it doesn't drive necessarily the greatest. It's not definitely the fastest. It's definitely not the lightest, but I think it's one of the coolest cars out there, and one that, you know, for the price point of what you can get this car for, is an absolute amazing buy. And obviously the Mercedes-Benz, the AMG is a super reliable machine. So yeah, I would say for someone that's looking to purchase their first exotic, one of the things that people really focus on, and it really is your budget, right? Like if it's your first exotic because you could just now afford it, maybe look for something that has a good depreciation or a good, you know, resale value. I would say find one of those cars that you really feel kind of represents you and gives you this like amazing feeling of driving a car. Me personally, as a car person, when I jump in any one of these cars, I just feel this incredible like affinity for the car and like just this emotional joy. And I get a lot of joy just from cruising around the car, even going to the store in them. So I would say, you know, if you've always wanted a car and you now have the means to drive whatever car you want, give various cars a test drive, find people that have different cars, call me, ask me about the cars, maybe come cruise around them and take them for a spin and see which one really speaks to you. Because if you find the right car, the right color, the right interior, things like that will make a big difference. You know, if I had this car in a black color with black interior, I think that I would probably feel a little bit different about the car than with the very classic silver and red. Even though it would still be an amazing car to drive and I would still enjoy it, it was this particular color scheme that I fell in love with. And so when I drive it, it just feels a lot of joy and a lot of, you know, things that I've always wanted to have in my life. And the third car we're going to highlight today in the collection is my 2021 Ford GT. Like the history of the Ford GT from the Le Mans days to the early 2000s cars is something that I always admired and really wanted to get one. And again, you know, as a kid, I always wanted to have an American muscle car, and what better else than a Ford GT, right? And so I always really loved the 2004, 2005, like that, those type of models. And I think I still need to get something at some point. But initially, I got a 2019 And then I came across this spec and I just absolutely loved it and I had to get it. So the 2019 is a blue color. This one is black with the red stripes. Absolutely love the car. It's a V6. It's pretty incredible what Ford's been able to do with this engine and how amazing that car sounds. The way it drives is as much of a race car as a real race car in the way that it feels. Is super raw, and it reminds me of the Hennessey and the F5. And so, you know, I think that those two cars just have that American muscle personality to them. And when you drive around the road, it doesn't feel like a luxurious car. It just feels like a raw race car. And that's the most amazing thing about driving this particular car. Obviously, the looks is incredible. Such an epic, iconic car. And there's nothing that really looks like this car. And so I really enjoy all kinds of different aspects of the car. But this one in particular, 2021, black and red, you know, Ford GT, I think is pretty special in the collection. It's been awesome having you guys visit the facility, check out some of the cool cars in the collection. If you want to follow, you can follow me on Instagram, Rafa Martinez 812, Rafa Racing Club. Give us a follow and make sure to stay tuned for the RAFA Motors website. That's going to be up here pretty soon. Uh-oh, little American horsepower, baby.